What up? We got the pricks in the house. We got my boy Alfonso
S. Gomez.
That part.
What's up, Alfonso?
Nada, aquí tranquilo. ¿Y tú?
Tranquilón.
Simón.
¿Cómo te sientes?
Chingón.
Chingón. Te miras chingón, te miras bien.
Sí, tranquilo. ¿Y
¿Cómo
tú?
está todo?
Chingón.
Chingón,
¿Y tú cómo estás?
Ice, Big Ice, 213.
¿Qué es eso, güey?
Huh? ¿Cómo estás? Bien, I see. Like, I do.
Hey, we got Alfonso Gomez, professional, right?
I'm a professional boxer.
That motherfucker.
Rapping aficionado.
There you go.
Fucking
shit.
maybe future influencer.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Definitely.
you know, your primo and your primo.
Yep.
That
So,
part.
you know,
How long you been boxing for?
Huh.
oh man, shit. 30 years.
You were what, 7?
Yeah, I was 7 when I started and
That's
just
dope.
started to grow from there. So
Where'd
I
you
had a
start?
30-year career in Oakland, California.
No way.
Oakland in the house.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Oaktown, that's right. Yeah.
That's like Oaktown.
That's
in the
crazy. I did not know that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I moved from Mexico when I was about 8 years old to Oakland, from Guadalajara. Arriba las,
Jalisco.
arriba las chivas, arriba el tequila,
Vamos.
arriba las tortas ahogadas, you know.
All that good stuff.
Las mujeres bellas, el mariachi.
Todo.
It all comes from there, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it all comes from there. Keep coming, too. Don't stop coming. Hurry up and get over here. We need help. Right? So you moved from Guadalajara to Oakland.
Yeah.
And what made you want to box? Your parents? Your dad? You?
It was, look, different culture. Listen, in Mexico, whether you go to a public school or private school, you have to go with your shoes shined, with your clothes ironed, you know, tucked clothes, almost like a private school.
Wow.
Right.
So that's a way I used to go into school. So when I started going to Oakland, California, the first day,
Got your ass whooped?
kind of, you know,
Yeah,
I
it's all
got
good.
bullied. It was a bullying, basically.
7 years old from another
so
part of the country,
imagine
world.
this,
You're like, whoa, what's going on?
Imagine this, going to school with your shoes shine, like, oh, perfect.
You had tres hermanos on?
Yeah. Tres hermanos, that's right.
That's tough.
That was an old school shoe factory in Mexico, Tres Hermanos, like 30 years ago.
Orthopedic shoes, you know, it has to be orthopedic. So as soon as they saw me, it's like, dude, I was like,
Who's the new guy?
Was chopped liver for the wolves over there, you know, basically.
Wow.
And what, you came home, you said, Dad, Mom, they're bullying me.
Yeah, check out this first experience. We were so naive that as soon as we got there, our uncle who received us, he gave us a new bike to me and my brothers.
Nice.
Right?
Brand new bike. We never had a bike in our lives.
Right.
It was the best thing ever. The day after we came out and they were gone.
Oh,
We didn't put lock in them. We didn't know we had to put locks in them.
Yeah, no, it's no
So
joke
imagine
over there.
the difference
Goddamn
in
fucking people from
culture.
Oakland. God damn it. I'm sorry.
Oaktown in the house.
Imagine the shock in culture, the experiences.
Yeah.
So basically, to defend ourselves, we had to you need to choose classes, self-defense classes. And back in the day, a Karate Kid was very popular.
Wow. Okay.
So we want to do the
Ralph
karate.
Macchio. Wow, that's deep.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, we want to do the whole thing. The kick. But karate was, I think it was $50 a month, something like that, $40
it's
a month.
expensive.
Wow.
Boxing was $20 a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something made more sense there, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So
So you guys all went in.
Yeah, we went to a PAL right around the corner,
Uh-huh.
and we started boxing. That's how it started, basically. And a few months later, the coach asked us, "Hey, you guys want to do amateur fights?"
Right.
Okay. I don't know, what the fuck. So we started fighting. Sorry, excuse my language.
No,
so
you
we
can-
started
no, you
fighting and fighting.
Go ahead.
And as we grew with in the amateur world, then next thing you know, on the weekends, Chavez is gonna fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chavez is gonna fight.
Yeah.
And guess what? The uncles, the relatives, the friends keep telling you, one day you're gonna be like Chavez.
Right.
Right? So the dream starts to be part of your culture, starts being part of you
Daily.
So next thing you know, in it involved, I'm wanting to go to the Olympics. So what started just a self-defense class
Right.
ultimately shifted into, a career, basically.
Boxing.
Yeah,
Wow.
sick, dude. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So hold on. So you guys went to Oakland. You seen it was kind of scrappers everywhere. You guys said, "Whoa, we better learn how to fight because we're going to be in for a long one." And then you committed to it. You guys, all three. There's 3 of you guys, right?
Yeah, 3 of my brothers. Yeah,
Right.
my brothers, Rob and Zeus, me. We all started doing it.
Who's
But-
the best one?
Rob.
That's what I heard.
Rob was a good fighter. Motherfucker hits hard.
Serio?
He's real
that's
good.
what I heard. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but
what happened?
Well, he loves music more, I guess.
Oh,
So he
okay.
moved into the music world, and my other brother
That's good
too.
that you give your brother credit like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we have to
I
admit.
seen a video of Andre Ward talking about his brother.
Really?
Saying this is a bad dude.
He fought Andre Ward in the amateurs like 6, 7, 8 times.
And Andre Ward was like giving it up to him. Like you don't like. You might not know who this dude is, but this guy was a savage.
Yeah.
Wow.
You saw that video?
I saw that video and I was like, whoa. And Andre Ward is no joke. We all know Andre Ward.
Shout out to retirement.
Well, speaking of Oakland, California, it's from over there. That's where we met him. That's where we grew up together.
Oh, yeah, duh.
So eventually in the fights, he would meet my brother a few times. I guess my brother was 12, he was 9.
Right.
And by 10, he had grown out my brother. So, it's a big boy, right?
This dude's huge. Yeah. He's a champ now, right?
Yeah. Well, he retired already. He retired undefeated, as a champion, gold medalist. He retired like on top.
Is there any fighter out there that beat you as an amateur and then you beat him as a pro, or vice versa, that you beat him as a pro and he beat you as amateur? Does that ever happen?
I'm sure it happens, but it never happened to me. You know why? Because the guys that were good in amateur, their style did not translate into professionals. It just didn't translate.
Yeah.
And my dad always taught me the Mexican style.
Is it because it's like a point system?
Yeah, it's a point system.
Yeah.
Just real quick point system.
Yeah.
And boxing in professional is more about ring generalship. It's about dominating the timing, dominating the opponent. It's about it's about a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch of key elements in professional boxing to win a round. In amateur boxing, it's just about a point. It's about a connection. Tun, 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 tun. So that does not translate into professional boxers. That's why you see a lot of amateur fighters that are gold medalists.
I was going to say that.
Badass junior Olympics, nationals, the Golden Gloves.
Shit when they go professional.
Next thing they go professional, they don't make nothing. Yeah, the second, third, fourth place in the Olympics.
Yeah.
They make a big name because their style translated better into professionals. Yeah. So for me, my dad is the one that taught me how to box. He was my trainer. He almost taught me the professional style.
Your dad was a boxer?
Yeah, he was a boxer back in the days. Yeah, the trainer that started training me on in Oakland, California, in the PAL. I guess my dad saw that he had like a certain limit, that wasn't able going to extend beyond that. So that's my fault.
It's all good.
Sorry about that.
It's all
good.
So
he'll get with you in a minute. Whoever's calling.
Yeah. Call back later, dude. We're talking stories right here, right?
So my dad said this guy is, he's good, but he's limited with his style. His style was amateur style.
Okay.
So my dad being a pro, Golden Gloves as a pro and all that stuff, he's like, dude, let me start teaching you a better style.
Shout out to Pops.
So even, totally. Shout out to my Pops over there.
So they're all tight, bro. The brothers, the dad, like they would walk into the ring.
Right now? He's still around.
Yeah. Nice.
He's probably watching me. Even though he doesn't have a YouTube account, he doesn't know shit about YouTube.
He'll be watching later.
So eventually
that's him calling. He's like, how come I'm not there? I'm your right-hand man, damn it. Even in the interview.
Wow.
Yeah, so he started teaching me the professional style. And even though I lost a lot of amateur fights compared to other people that were always number one, once it became professional, it was easy.
Wow.
It was easy to win big fights. It was easy to be the underdog and still come on top, because the other fighters were always used to that amateur style. So the transition takes him longer. It takes him 18, 20 fights. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
Once they get a fighter, they get him like 18 and 0, 19 and 0 with slow opposition.
Right.
So they can make that transition. Right. It takes him 18 fights.
Yeah.
That's all that.
It didn't take me much. It took me 4 fights basically.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
You had the right the gall, like you were ready to die in there.
Exactly.
And that's what the people like.
That's right. It was a Mexican style.
Like.
Not Mexican style.
It is
professional style, more of a...
we could call it that.
Corazon, Mexican style, going forward, never quitting type of thing,
Yeah. That's how you became like a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Because people were seeing you come forward. Like, trip out on this story, bro. I didn't even know this guy was my cousin, okay? This is funny. I didn't even know he was my cousin, and I'm watching the Contender. He was on the Contender. That's where you got your break, right?
Yeah, that was my big break back in 2005.
Shout out to the Contender.
Yeah, so I didn't know he was my cousin, bro. And I'm watching the Contender. I'm like, this guy's cool. He's like the little guy. They got some big old dudes in there, and they're all trying to pick him because he's the little guy.
Yeah. And you got to
so you know, it's in our nature to root for the underdog.
Yeah,
most
of course.
Us, you know what I mean? But at least, I can say for me, you know, I want the underdog. I didn't know he was my cousin. You know?
All right?
Yeah, I didn't know. So then it's like my mom tells me, you got some cousins in town. I'm like, I don't want to meet nobody. I'm like, I got enough cousins. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just being real. I'm like, more cousins? I'm like, damn, I need more cousins right now. I got like 1,000. You know what I mean? So we go to my sister's house, and my mom's like, yeah, they're coming to your sister's house. He didn't go, right? But I seen his brothers. And as I'm like, they're talking, and I'm like, where do I know these guys from? You know what I mean? And
they were on the show, yeah.
Yeah, they came out. I was like, like, you guys look familiar. And then they said, well, you know, my brother's fighting. I was like, oh, bro, I was cheering for your brother. Wow. Like, that's sick. You guys are my cousins. I was like, that's pretty dope, right? Like, sick, let's go. And then I was all gun up. Like, what's up? I was shadow boxing, watching. I'm like, hit him with the right, hit him with the left. You know, I was all into it. So tell them how that all started. How did you get picked to be on that show?
Just auditioned, you know, I guess. I was good enough in the sparrings and the whole process. Looking at the camera, they want to make sure they have personalities.
Right.
They want to make sure they were good fighters, that they had a good background story.
Yeah.
So I fitted it onto all those different elements. Yeah, different elements that we're looking for. And basically, at the end, they picked me. I was just like, damn, that's so cool.
You killed it, too, on that show. I would say out of all the people on that show, he did the most.
Yeah, he did.
He did the most, you know, like...
Well, I was very blessed, you know. I was very blessed with a team that... I got a manager after seeing the show.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I want to promote you. I want to help you manage your career. You know, I don't manage many fighters. They all want to come to me, Vander Holyfield, but... I don't want to manage him.
Yeah,
like,
well, he had the personality.
But he said, I want to manage you.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. And working hard in the fights, he was able to give me the good fights. Eventually, I climbed up to the retired Arturo Gatti.
Hold on. We're going to get there.
Yeah, but so I'm telling you how it all started. Like, definitely. It was good management.
Career ending.
It was good work. A good team. Basically, everything's teamwork. You know, nobody made it on his own. I don't care who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
You didn't make it on your own. You know, your mom waking you up in the morning, she's your teammate.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And they did keep it like that. You guys were really family oriented.
Yeah,
I would see that. They would be in the crowd.
Yeah.
Because I was watching all the fights, you know? And so...
TV?
Yeah. I would go watch it at the market. You know what I mean? Oh, it's on!
At the market.
You know?
Tianguis.
Yeah,
Tianguis.
The what?
Tianguis beef.
So when the Contender was over, what happened after that?
Yeah, after the Contender was over, well, it was a big break. You know, and I came to realize after that it doesn't matter your talent at the end of the day. Obviously, you have to perform. You have to be able to block and jab and move and win fights. I mean, you have to put the work in. But at the end of the day, it's not about your talent. It's about how many people go to see you.
Yes.
How many people click on your channel, for example. How many asses you put on that stadium.
Yeah.
You know? So the Contender made us so popular that our talent didn't matter.
Yeah.
What mattered is that people would go see you. So we got paid well. We got managed well. We got promoted well, which is something that every boxer looks for. They want someone that's going to look out for them, that's going to pay them well, that's going to pay their expenses for training, that is going to pick the right fighter according to your style to win. And you start climbing up until you get the big break, you know, and that's when you really have to prove yourself.
I mean, you know, I could say a little something about that.
Go ahead.
There was a lot of fighters on there,
and
that didn't happen for them. He had the right attitude, and he became like a fan favorite because of his persona.
If I'm not mistaken, during that time, I think you were with Angel Manfredi. Was he on that during that time or no?
No, he was.
Manfredo, wasn't he?
And Manfredo was there,
Yeah, Manfredo,
He sent Manfredo home.
And they brought him back.
Yeah, and they brought him back,
I don't love that guy so much.
Wow.
Yeah, but that guy was like the favorite. I remember.
Yeah, he was a favorite. You know.
How about homeboy?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he picked you like I want the little guy.
I picked him.
Was that what it was, or you picked the biggest guy or something like that?
I picked the biggest guy.
There you go. I remember it was something like that.
Yeah, he was like, what?
So hold on. I got a good question for you. Out of that class right there, what? So Sergio was there too, then, right? Sergio Moro.
Sergio Moro. You know, another Latino in that show.
Land Snake.
The Land Snake. Yeah.
You whoop him? Whoop on his ass, or?
Man, I didn't get to fight him, actually. We
Did
were
you
always
whoop his ass? If he was there, you'd whooped his ass?
Well, we'll spar before.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah,
we
fuck him
spar
up?
before. I would get him some good body shots. He doesn't like those body shots, and I am very well known for the body shots.
Yeah,
shout out.
So I was able to get him a few shots there, here and there. So you know,
who's another person that you sparred that is on the top of the world? That was on at one point.
I've sparred Shane Mosley.
Sick.
Oscar de la Hoya was a sparring partner for many fights.
What?
Yeah, for the Campas fight and Vargas fight back in the day.
Yeah, I believe that.
When you were a young little stud, huh?
Yeah, I was a young kid.
How old were you?
I was 20.
Sick.
I see him all the time.
Dude, were you trying to knock his head off?
Well, we all try, to prove something, but he was a very good fighter, very, very fast.
For sure.
But I'm good as shit.
Yeah, you were like, whatever, you're fast, but bam, right?
Yeah, I was able to get my shots in, so yeah.
Out of all the fighters that you've got to, mingle with, who's the coolest guy? That you can say, man, I can hang out with this guy every day. He's so cool.
Arturo Gatti.
I could see that.
Who?
Arturo Gatti. Arturo Gatti. Yeah, the legendary rest in peace, because he did die.
Yeah.
How was your meeting with him? How'd that go?
I met him after I beat him.
Yeah.
Over there in Boardwalk Hall over there in Atlantic City.
Hold on. He fought Gotti. What fight was this after the Contender? Like you were 2 after? What was it?
Yeah, like three fights after.
3 fights after the Contender.
Sick fight, yeah.
And he was kind of an unknown, right? People knew you, but they were kind of like, oh, he's from a show. Because I remember the commentary.
That's the thing,
Yeah, they were like, oh, he's from the Contender.
He's an actor.
Yeah, he's an actor boxer, right?
I think I'll use some money because I
remember I was mad because I'm cheering for him.
Some money for that.
I'm like, what? I'm like,
no, Sadie, I owe you some money. I took you on that fight. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he walks in and they're kind of like, they're saying like, oh, he's from a show. He's like an actor.
Yeah.
The legendary Arturo Gatti fought the greatest, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And then this guy goes in there and puts a beating on him.
Put hands.
Put a beating on him where they threw the talon. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I knocked him out. I dropped him, cut his lip. The commissioner came in, stopped the fight, and it was a badass victory.
So he hit hard, or you saying he hit like a bitch?
I didn't say no.
No, okay, they all hit hard.
No, I'm just asking, homie. Keep it real.
Rest in peace.
That's not from Alfonso. That's from me. Rest in peace. Go ahead.
But nonetheless, you have to remember Arturo Gatti gave us the best fights.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, him and
Mickey Ward.
Battles,
Yeah, crazy. The one, sickest fighter. So, rest in peace. Other than that, going back to your question about who was the coolest.
Yeah.
After that, we met at the bar after the fight.
No.
He has his lips stitched up already.
Yeah.
And we kicked it there. We talked. He was so humble. He's like, man, you're good. You're very good. You're better than I thought you were.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sure he was like,
you hit harder than I thought you did. You always kept me a distance. So I just told him myself, dude, you're my idol. I grew up watching you.
Nice.
The Mickey Ward fights. I actually thought I was going to have fight of the year with you. So it was a great conversation we had, for a few hours.
That's
until we got so wasted. I don't remember what happened.
Both of you did? Yeah, that's rad. Yeah. That's so cool. So then you beat him. Boom. He's like, everybody, I remember, I'm talking because I'm a boxing fan. And I'm like, this guy's actually going to do something. What happens next? Yeah, I'm like, my cousin that I didn't want to meet. I was like, I don't even care. What? Leave him on Jalisco. Leave him in the Oakland. I'm like, and then, it's like, then what happens next?
What happens next? I freaking, they called me to fight Miguel Cotto.
Right.
Yeah. That was a great experience too. One of the best. He is the best in history of Puerto Rican boxing. He's the best of the best.
Yeah,
he broke all records.
No.
I'm talking about records breaking.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
Tito's fucking hard from fucking Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
No,
De La Hoya put a whooping on that dude.
No, that's
De La Hoya
another
put a
debate.
whooping on that
That's
dude.
another motherfucking debate, dog.
Bro, the man's shorts were covered in blood.
That's another debate.
No, hold on. This guy needs glasses. If he thinks that Trinidad beat De La Hoya, he needs some glasses, buddy.
Fuck no.
You better stop smoking all that smoke.
So if that's the case,
the man's shorts.
If that's the case, then fucking Sugar Shane beat fucking De La Hoya a couple times, right?
He did
twice.
He did.
And not only that, in the amateur too.
Front row for that motherfucker. My money was right back then.
No, you need some glasses, buddy.
Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry. Back to you, man.
Don't worry about this fool. He don't know nothing about
boxing. Kiss my cousin's ass. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, so you ended up fighting Cotto, which was this beast.
Yeah, it was a beast. One of the best fighters I ever fought, honestly. Yeah, he was so precise with his punches. He hit hard. It's just, it seemed like in another level. You can already tell who's in a different level. I lost that one, but then I got the opportunity to fight at the brand new Cowboy Stadium back in the day on the undercard of Manny Pacquiao against Jose Luis Castillo.
Oh,
that was bomb right there.
Yeah.
That was a great experience, and I was able to retire him too. So 2 legends in my resume that I retired. Damn, how did that happen? How did this Mexican from Jalisco, do all that stuff? So,
that's tight.
Yeah. And then what happened after that?
And then after that, I guess I had a couple good fights until I fought Canelo.
Okay.
So little by little, I was climbing and climbing.
You fought the best in the world.
Yeah. And, one of my last fights was against Shawn Porter. So that's another one.
I missed that one.
Dude, that was one of my best fights. Yeah.
So all you people out there, Shawn Porter's the big buck tooth motherfucker.
He just beat Danny, right?
He just beat Danny Garcia.
Yeah, he just beat Danny.
Yeah, he became champion.
He got awkward.
So that guy is real tough, and I had a great battle with him, honestly.
Yeah, I could see you guys almost are the same. Forward. Yeah, I could see that.
It was a great fight. Even I watch it now, I think to myself, like, dude,
what you would do?
Did I fucking do that? Like, I can't believe it myself. I can't believe myself that I'm going through all that because it looks fucking tough.
Wow. So what's your plan right now? What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm training people. I retired 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And right now, I'm training people.
Right.
I'm living of the future or the present, whatever you want to call it, which is Amazon.
Nice. Right.
It's basically you wake up in the morning in their cells.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I'm training people in Long Beach. I'm becoming the best boxing trainer in Long Bech.
Nice. Shout out to Long Beach.
If you doubt it, I'll challenge you and I'll prove it to you.
Yeah, Mark. Mark, what up? Mark, our producer. He boxes.
There you go. Oh, JC Chavez. There you go.
He trains.
JC Chavez. Yeah,
you might be able to teach him a few things, right? Come on down, check it out.
Yeah, no, but
I'm down to go.
There's the thing.
Yeah.
Once I didn't know I was a good trainer until I started becoming a good trainer. As soon as I came in, my first day of working out, the very first day I started working out in that group, I said to everybody, all right, guys, I don't know shit about fitness. That's the first thing I said. I don't know shit about fitness, Some people want to lose weight. Other people which want to, really stress. Other people want to learn self-defense. Other people, I just pointed out 5 or 6 different things why people are there in the gym. And I said, the only thing I know how to do is prepare for a fight. And that's what I'm going to prepare you for a fight. I expect you to do things right, to put all your effort, because if you win this imaginary fight I have, everybody's going to be like, oh, you're awesome. You're the champion. You're awesome, Tito. But if you lose this imaginary fight I have, guess what they're going to say? Your trainer sucks. I know you notice that. You suck. Change your trainer. And you know what? I don't suck. I keep telling them. But ultimately, in preparing for a fight, you reach all those objectives. You lose weight. You get toned up.
It's a crazy
toned up. You learn self-defense. You have more confidence. There's like a whole bunch of things happen. And I can see my clients starting to have them. Starting to get that... all those benefits.
Crazy weight,
so if you're only looking for one benefit with me, like to lose weight, you're gonna gain the other ones. Whatever it is you think, you're gonna gain the whole fucking spectrum.
Daniel, my son Daniel, he boxed for like a year and a half, and he lost like 50 pounds.
He gained it all back too.
Ripped. When we took him to boxing, the coach was like, "Oh yeah, cool." And by the end of where he got, he was like the star of the kids there. They wanted him. You know what I mean? First they wanted the little long kid with the long arms, and then him and Daniel scrapped it out. And he said Daniel was giving it to him, and the trainer was like, "All right, never mind this kid. What's up? Let's get the little one that was fat." You know what I mean? Let's get him going now. So. You're training, Long Beach. It's amazing.
It's a beautiful place.
Right? What's the name of the gym you're training at?
It's just basically where I live. There's a gym right there. I train people there personally. And also at DG Boxing. I don't know if you can see the sign right here.
Keep on
DG
fighting.
Boxing, it's 2 gyms right there in Long Beach on PCH and on Pine. So, that's where I'm evolving regular people, businessmen, soccer moms, housewives,
average Joes turn savage pros.
Yeah, there you go, turn savage
favorite
pros.
Punch? Uppercut, left hook. What you doing? What's your favorite punch?
Jab?
The jab,
yeah.
Can you jab him out for me?
We should have the glove here. You got a glove in the house?
No.
My car?
Ice wants to take a
body
hook.
shot?
Yeah, body shot.
Hey,
Can you do it?
A liver
Go.
shot?
Can you do it?
A liver shot?
Go get the gloves.
Go get the glove. He said yeah. He said yeah.
Go get the gloves.
Go get it.
Go get the gloves. I'm joking around. Goddamn gloves. No, you're not getting no gloves. You gotta knock it off.
He's gonna break his rib and then the show's over.
I'm going to the emergency room. Get my pistol.
No, we're gonna go to the emergency room and cancel the podcast if he does that, right? So
that's a new podcast right there.
yeah, dude, I might be able to do it.
Go get it. Mark,
Psych!
Mark,
I'm
go
not
get
doing
it.
that. You crazy?
Go get it.
I'm not doing that. You're insane. I'm not going about that. My cousin socked me in the stomach. Probably boo-boo myself right here on the show.
I'll give you a trick. When somebody tells you hit me as hard as you can,
Yeah.
usually they're right-handed, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna hit you as hard as they can on your right side, on your left side of your body,
Yeah.
and you're gonna take it.
Yeah.
That hurts. That might take your air out. But the thing is that your liver's on your left side.
Yeah.
You know, me, if I were to do it to you, I'm not gonna hit you with my right hand on your right side because I ain't gonna do shit.
Evil.
I'm gonna hit you with my left hand right on the button, right on the liver, right. And I tell my clients, I tell my clients this: doesn't matter how big this guy is, how many abs he did, doesn't matter who he is. If you hit him in the button right there, this guy's gonna go down. He's gonna go down. He's gonna cramp up. So
who's the hardest puncher you faced out of all the pros that you can say, "Oh, damn, this guy hits hard"?
Jesus Soto Caraz, he was
really
freaking hard, yeah. And Cotto, yeah. Those were very good.
Studs hitting hard.
Precise and hit hard, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just guys that have it in their hand. And I can already tell by shaking people's hand, as soon as I shake their hand, I know if they hit hard or not.
How about me?
Oh, man.
That part.
He's like, you're going down with that kidney shot. Don't try nothing.
Oh, shit.
And now that he gave everybody free information, everybody's going to try to do it. Yeah. So let me ask you on a personal note. Okay. You fight. Who's the biggest fight? It would be Canelo, right?
Yeah. It was my
For a fight like that, what do they pay you?
It depends. I mean, I'm not gonna say how much they pay me.
Well, at least a rough number.
I have $1 million.
Half?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roughly.
And you got a team. Your team swallows it up. By the time it's done, let's just make a number up.
30%.
100,000.
You get 30% out of 100,000. You get 30,000.
Okay.
You have to give to the managers. You have to give to the trainers. You have to give to the sparring partners. You have to take all the numbers that it costs you to get there,
Right.
Paying the sparring partners, paying the trainings, the hotel.
It's a hard life then.
Yeah, definitely. And also,
if you don't get those breaks.
Here's the thing that boxers don't think about this, and people don't think of it. When they pay you, they pay you as an independent contractor.
Yeah.
For sure.
$10.99.
Yeah.
So when you spend all your money, when you spend all your money, maybe you live with 50, right? After paying everybody.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes, 50,000 for me. Nah, man, you have to save. Even on top of that, now you have to save up for your taxes. Because next thing you know, you live that lifestyle where they pay you pay everybody, you spend your money. They pay you fight, they pay everybody, you spend your money. 6 years later, when you're older,
is nothing.
When you're older, 6 years, when you're older, your career's on a decline, you're not earning as much. Mr. Uncle Sam comes knocking on your door.
Hey, you forgot
and
to
said,
pay me.
What happened to me?
Yeah.
And you're like, huh? What do you mean? I paid everybody. But not me.
So you didn't have financial advisors?
Oh, no, I did.
Okay.
I'm saying what happens in general.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happens. So ultimately, out of 30% is what you take home from whatever they pay you. Yeah.
So like Mayweather's, I'm getting 200 million. He's not. He's getting what?
Well, he's getting that, but he has to pay everything else.
He talk a lot of shit too.
But still, I mean, 300 million. How much is he gonna get?
Oh yeah, he killed it.
Maybe 100.
Big mouth, Mayweather, big mouth. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. That would have been cool if you would have got a chance to, dance with him.
Yeah,
that would have been cool. You were right there.
Ever TBE.
You were right there. So you retired. You were on Golden Boy when you retired, or how'd you get on Golden Boy?
Yeah, no.
Because I seen that you were for a minute. Golden Boy was promoting you for a minute.
I started with the Contenders. They had a promotional company. Then jumped to Top Rank, where I fought there for a while. Even Cotto, the fight was with
Top Rank.
Top Rank.
Bob Arum.
And then Bob Arum. And then I went with Golden Boy. And that's where I finished my career. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the worst promoter?
They all suck, dude.
There's not a good one?
I know. Who do you like best? Like the devil or devil 1 or devil 2? Like,
like one of those things?
yeah, like devil 1 or devil 2. Like, shit, who do I pick? But at the end of the day, I get...
Shout out Don King. Kiss my ass. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, maybe you do have to sell your soul to the devil.
Ooh.
In order to be up there.
That's
because
deep.
Ultimately, if you do know these guys are devils, they're just to fill their pockets. They're not there to instruct fighters like, hey, send for your taxes. Incorporate. Look, dude.
Yeah, you would
if they
think
would
they would
have told me from the
educate,
beginning, like if they would have told me from day number one, hey, incorporate yourself.
Right.
So you can do a lot of write-offs. So
Right.
you can use a business.
Right.
I wouldn't have had so many problems with the IRS at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the manager, they don't give a fuck about that. They only care about themselves. They do have the write-offs. They do LLC themselves. They do all that shit, you know?
Yeah.
So between devil 1 and devil 2, which I know they're not going to care for me.
Right.
I do in a way have to sell my soul, meaning like have to be there fighting for them in order to get that
You're doing all the hard work,
in order
too.
to get that exposure, because if I don't fight for Golden Boy, if you notice, he has all the TV dates.
Yeah.
Top Rank have all the TV dates.
Right.
The other smaller companies, they have smaller networks, smaller fights, no TV dates. But if you want to make it to the top, you have to be with the top.
Of course.
Wow.
That's the way
in
the
a way,
world
you
works.
have to be like
Play their game.
Yeah, play their game.
Even if you're not getting what you're supposed to get, because you got to play the game.
But you have to play it, yeah.
Yeah, play the game or don't be in the game.
Yeah.
It's life.
But I know this now,
That's
after
life, big
living, 17, 18 years through this, this system.
Yeah.
As a professional in the big leagues too, because I was in the big leagues. I got to see everything, how everything moved. Now at 37, I can say, oh, this is what happens. Now, how wonderful would it have been if somebody would have illustrated this when I was starting out?
Right.
Yeah. Would you go back and if you can go back and change anything, would you change it or you?
Oh, definitely. I would make wiser choices, and not only in financial aspects or all that business aspects, but also looking at boxing definitely as a business.
Yeah.
We tend to get so big-headed,
yes,
and so into ourselves that we fight only for pride. Because we're Mexican.
Yeah.
Vamos a madrear.
Yeah.
Vale madre.
Yeah. Or we're men. Most men are super prideful.
Because we're men.
Yeah.
But if you separate that aspect from the real thing, that you're a business,
yes,
you probably make better choices. Like, I don't want to fight him. Why not? ¿Le tienes miedo? You're afraid of him?
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah, kind of. That's what Mayweather does. Mayweather picks his fights.
Yeah, it makes no business sense.
He don't take no risk.
The risk is a lot. The pay is little. That is the worst business decision you can make.
Totally.
Even you guys right now doing this podcast,
right?
Would you take a lot of risk for little reward? That's not a good business decision.
Yeah.
You take less risk and try to get as much reward as possible.
Yes.
Yeah. So once you look at boxing like that as a business, you probably will make better decisions as a fighter than just porque soy hombre, me lo madreo.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you get your ass kicked.
That's the bad
for
part
money.
about
like what the fuck? No, nothing behind that. Like that's a bad business move.
Yeah. And you feel like you did some of those, huh?
Yeah. I did some of those at the beginning, just taking them because
because you just wanted. Like, I'll fight them.
Yeah.
Who cares if they're giving me $300 and a case of Modelo's?
Exactly.
Throw me in there, bro.
Yeah.
Golden Boy.
Fuck that shit.
What does he want to do? $600 and a lighter right now. No, it is. You climb the totem pole, and if you don't got the right people, right business people behind you, they'll feed you to the wolves.
Are you in shape right now to whoop some ass?
No,
can we get you back in the ring?
No, I'm not. I'm enjoying my life too much.
I'm gonna train you.
No, sir. Thank you very much.
Well, you got to take that kidney shot to see if you can handle it.
A lot of people ask me, I might make a return just to try it out again.
Yeah. You're enjoying your life now.
But you think about this, guys. I worked for 30 years.
Yeah.
Usually people in regular, they start their life at 30.
Retire.
After they graduate from college, after they got some momentum on their business. Once they're 30, they're working. Imagine 30 to 60, that's 30 years.
Yeah.
But 60 to 65, they want to retire. I did that. I worked 30 years already. Right now, I just want to...
cruise.
Yeah, I just want to cruise right now. I'm good right now.
But if somebody threw out like some money out there, like $5 million on the table, I guarantee you.
I'll train them right now.
Yeah,
we'll start doing sit-ups right now.
You take that kidney shop. You take that kidney shop right now.
I'll take it right now.
For $500.
Give me it.
$500.
$500. Pull it out.
I got you.
Pull it out on the
got you
table.
right here.
Pull it out on
You
the
gonna take
table
kidney
right
shot?
now. I'll take it right
You
now.
gonna light them up right now?
Yeah. And we'll split it. I'll give you
holding
250.
Okay.
I'll give you
No holding
250.
back.
Sure.
No,
He
serio.
gives me 250.
Yeah.
You give me 250. So that's 400 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, if you
Sounds
give
good to me. That's how you that's how you
taking
make
it, though.
business.
I'm not joking around.
Go get it. I swear, go get it. Go get the glove. Get
You
that
taking the
500.
glove? You going raw back? Straight
Bareback?
Yes.
Give me the 500.
Nah, I got you.
What kind of man is this?
Huh.
Making some weak
It
bets.
sounded good though.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna give 250. I was gonna keep 250 and tell him go light. Just pretend, make us grunt like, oh. You know what I mean? Don't break my ribs. I still need it.
Only if you take a shit in the process to make it believable.
Maybe I might, bro. I might. I do
Make
got
it
diarrhea.
believable.
I do got diarrhea today, so it might be easy. My squirt.
Kill me with
So
that.
you're just kicking back now, training people,
Yeah.
living.
Yeah, basically living. I realized that everything's moving online.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's you guys
Yeah.
know this.
Yeah.
You guys have a nice setup right here.
Yeah.
Thank
but
you.
Thank you.
Thanks to the phones and to that world, the new
Technology.
era. Yeah, the era that we live now. We're in the best era in the world, in the
Yeah, we
history.
are.
Yeah.
Our parents wished
Yeah.
they had access to 1 million people.
Yeah.
You know, they had to pay a lot of money to have that access, right? So they had a little tougher. I have that. We have that access.
Yeah.
Yes.
So knowing that the whole system's shifting, especially after I started doing that Amazon
Right.
thing, and then seeing Walmart decline their sales,
Right.
seeing Radio Shack
Yeah.
fucking out of business.
Yeah, if
and
you got
Toys
something
R Us,
cool, all you got to just put it up
then
now and money comes to you. Yeah.
Then Toys R Us out of business. You realize, like, dude, the whole
Everything's
everything's
online.
moving on.
Nobody wants to go nowhere.
Everything's moving online. So if you're able to give people, that's why fast food restaurants became so successful. Immediate gratification. That's why remote controls became so successful. Immediate, while having to do the extra effort.
Right.
So within that said,
You don't gotta do no work.
Exactly.
For
If I
real,
can
bro,
kick
they got
back-
apples that are cut now.
Yeah.
Like,
Everything is set for you, all right? So if you're able to cut that time, because time is very precious.
Yeah.
You're able to find something to cut things in half.
Yeah.
You're set. So I'm kind of moving into that world, to the online world, where I can teach people how to box online.
Oh,
Oh, really?
They don't have to go to gyms. They don't have to spend all that money. I mean, that's where I'm. If everything's shifting there, guess where I'm going? I'm going there
for sure.
You saying that's on Amazon then, or what are you doing?
What are you doing? Tell the
right
people.
there? Yeah.
Explain how they can go shop your store or your site. What is
Right
it?
now, I can go to El Gomez H3. You know, that's where I'm starting to grow my stuff.
On
The
what, Instagram or
yeah,
what?
Instagram.
Okay.
The Boxing Codex.
Okay.
That's where I'm growing everything. And also, Box Fit by El Gomez, which all my boxing trainings that I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically, look, you know, when I started to train
Right.
people, when I was breaking things down for them, because in order for you to understand boxing, for you guys that don't know anything,
Right.
I have to break it down to the principle of it. I can just say, do this and do that. And I started breaking things down, and I started to teach my clients this. I came to realize that trainers don't know shit.
Wow.
That part. Why? How did you come up with that?
Okay, I'll make it very simple. You know, because my boxing and my techniques, which I didn't know I had him within me until I started to break it down. You know, before I thought it was part of whatever boxing. If you think about this, 80% of the punches in boxing, they're curved punches, right? They're hooks, the uppercuts, the body shots, you know?
Yeah.
So when we started to break down the reason, and only maybe 10% are straight punches. But mathematically speaking, the shortest distance between one point and another is a straight line.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
So in boxing, your primary goal should be to hit this person as fast as possible and as hard as possible.
Right.
So within that context of being a straight line to being the shortest point between one distance and the other, why the fuck do we spend 80% of our punches in curves?
Right.
And at the opposite, 80% straight, 20% curve. You know, so now you're shifting the mentality of boxing, and now you're shifting a lot of things.
But correct me if I'm wrong, because you're a boxer, but there's more power with a pivot and a curve than
Yeah, but also you're telegraphing more, and you can see it more. There's also power. Dude, if I give you a fucking jab like this, right in the nose, I'll make it bleed.
For sure.
I'll cut you up.
Yeah.
I'll make you hurt. I mean, 8 rounds of pow, pow, and you boom, boom, right here.
Yeah.
8 rounds later, I'm gonna swell up your eye.
For sure.
The thing is this: people don't train for that. People train for measuring, like a measuring stick and the big bomb. Measuring stick and the big bomb. Dude, train this. This hand's the closest to the guy's face right here.
Yeah.
Train it to be a weapon. Boom, boom.
Right.
And it will be a weapon.
Yeah, but
what?
Hold on, I gotta.
I like this. I like this because this is exactly the debate that you have with other trainers.
Yeah. This is you ain't gonna knock nobody out for jabbing them to death.
Fuck yeah.
No, not really.
You fucking hit
the percentage is very low. Come on.
No.
There's a thing. 20%.
You can. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish my question.
Right now.
You got that 500? I'll let you hit me with any
on the jab right now.
Where, in the chest?
No, jab in the nose.
You will be able. You will be able to knock out people because 20% of your punch will be the curved punches, but they will be done in a different way. There will be more of a setup, and when the guy is ready to go, I mean, you have those curved punches to help you. Another thing, you know what we throw?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Focus
they're still there.
Straights.
They're still there.
Yeah, I got you.
Boom, still manage it.
You're
control the fight.
Around.
Control the fight. Control the ring. Control the distance.
Yes.
You know, this is another thing that I noticed after training some clients. I started to realize that the majority of fighters that throw curvy punches because when you hold books here, you can last longer than holding books up here. So our bodies has a self-defense mechanism, knowing that it starts throwing short, curvy punches, is going to get less tired, like the books, than throwing long punches. So it kind of tries to defend itself by throwing small punches. So I tell the guys, get your body used to throwing long, get used to holding these books like that for an hour. Yeah. Get used to it. Get used to it. Your body will fucking evolve to that.
Right.
Once you're there,
if you train
and you start punching long the whole fight, guess what the other fighter is gonna do? He's gonna start to punch long because you're all here.
Yes.
This motherfucker's gonna get tired in 2 rounds because he's not used to that. So you have to start changing the. You have to look at it.
Idea.
You have to look at it in a science way. You know how they call it the sweet science?
Yeah.
Nobody talks about the science.
I remember one day he came to my house and he was talking about how Mayweather's unbeatable, and I said, sick. Why? And he said, dude is dancing to a different beat. And I didn't understand that. And he was like, us boxers, we're taught to do this. And he's like on another rhythm. Explain that. Remember you told me that?
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah,
I can remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't believe it.
I shadow boxed when you left. To my own rhythm.
Shadow dancing with Barry Gibbs. Shadow dancing.
Dirty dancing. My underwear. Patrick Swayze style.
It's crazy the Mayweather's like measuring like.
Well, no,
scene is amazing because like.
Yeah, he told me like I said because it was a fight. I'm like, dude, it's so boring, bro. He was like, yeah, but you don't understand. He starts getting all technical. I'm like, I don't care. He's like, no, look, and then he's telling me, his style, like they teach. What'd you tell me? Like 99% of us this way. We're taught this way. And then he started like dancing. Remember? He said he's like doing this in there. Like it's hard to predict.
Everybody loves to somebody. I'm sorry.
It's like he said it was hard to predict, right?
You want Alfonso's mic? Sorry.
Yeah. Pull it up.
Yeah.
It's hard to predict what he's going to do, he's saying. Right?
That's the thing that people are very predictable in boxing. Boxers are very predictable in the sense a trainer teaches you something and you do it. Right? But not only you, so is the other guy, and the other guy, and the other guy. Like 5, 6, 7, 10 people know your shit. Same thing they know. Right?
Yeah.
But this trainer, he learned from somebody else on top who taught the other trainer who trains 10 people too. Now suddenly they all know the same thing. 20 people know the same thing. They're dancing to the same tune. So boxing kind of evolved from one route where everybody started teaching each other the same thing. Suddenly everybody knows the same style, the same dance. So that's why you look at boxers like back and forth, almost like a dance, back and forth. Mayweather, he taught his own rhythm, his own patterns, his own rhythm. So he's outside that same dance tune that everybody's in. That's why he's very unpredictable. That's why he's able to get you because he knows your dance. He basically knows your dance.
Yeah, I think his dance was called Run Around and Dance for your life.
He is the best fighter ever.
You think so?
Oh, totally.
No.
Look, you
can't put 1 minute highlight of this man's fight. You have 1 minute highlight.
Yes, you have to think about
just watch the war.
What makes a best fighter ever? Best fighter ever. That's another debate because
what is the characteristic? 89-0, bro.
Let me ask you, what are the characteristics of a best fighter ever? Is it just a record?
It should be.
Why?
At what point and
No, I
what
don't
you
think it's
did
just the
and
record,
the era.
Is it?
Mayweather full
It should
of
be
shit.
the
He ain't
era.
fighting
The
nobody.
era
No,
you
so
boxed
so
in.
it just be for record. That's the thing. That's a debate. What that makes the best fighter ever? It should be
It
a
should be
list.
performance.
It should be a list of things. One was, did he ever get beat? Okay, no.
Yes, he did.
There's a lot of fighters.
Yes,
that
he did.
He did not get beat.
Jose Luis beat him. Come on, bro. You're a boxer.
I know we are going
Okay,
by.
then be honest.
we're
Did he
going
get
by-
beat?
He going by record, but you going by like he should.
No, we're men. Let's be men.
But
Forget
that's not.
record.
That's
let's
the
be
thing.
let's be men.
Let's
about
go.
this.
Let's go to the ending. All right. Let's go to the ending. What makes the best fighter?
But you're saying, did he ever get beat?
No, he didn't get beat.
Jose Luis Castillo put a beating on him.
He did not get beat.
Yes, he did, dude.
This-
But the
yeah.
second fight, Mayweather beat him. The first fight, Jose Luis Castillo put a beating on him, bro. And they robbed the man because he wasn't
I
supposed
mean,
to beat
since you
him.
talk about highway robbery, if that's the case, then fucking Melchick Taylor, brother, he got robbed from fucking.
He almost died, bro.
Yeah, but no, he got robbed when he fought fucking Julio Cesar Chavez.
He was about to die, homie. He was like one punch
he
away.
fucked him up. You see that fight?
Till the end.
You didn't see that fight?
Yeah,
Till the
that was
end.
fun.
But remember
Did
this?
Melchick Taylor win that fight? It was some bullshit. Wasn't no bullshit
no.
involved?
He was
It
dogging
wasn't
him
no
out.
bullshit in that fight?
Dude, he
How'd the
almost
fight
killed him, bro.
Dude.
Dude, the fight stopped with the referee protecting him. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was bullshit.
Fanatics talking.
So, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, man.
So basically, what are the category? What are the characteristics or the
all-time
prerequisites to be the all-time great?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it just record? Is it
How
how
you
many
gonna
champions
put
you beat?
Mayweather above
Is it how much influence did you
Muhammad
have?
Ali or
Is it how
Mike
much-
Tyson
is it how
or
ma-
Chavez
well, that's
or
what I'm
Sugar
saying.
Ray Leonard,
Yeah.
Hitman Hearns, Hagler,
Archie Moore.
even De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao.
I don't think De La Hoya.
Them dudes fought.
De La Hoya fought a lot
Them
of
dudes
bullshit
fought
fights.
legends, bro. De La Hoya's time of fighting, bro, was one of the peaks. Be real.
They got it.
Oh yeah, they all have their moments.
No.
Oh my God. He had like a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, like
You
Mike
mad
Tyson.
at De La Hoya because he didn't let you at a party you were talking about earlier. He had on a pink tie or something. They said, nope, not pinky in the brain. We don't want you in this, what, Montebello party? Right?
Oh shit.
Yeah, they all had their times.
They all have their times, you know. But in my opinion, it has to do with like who changed the game. You know, I mean, De La Hoya did fight, but he didn't change much. But he did. He was good. He became a champion in a lot of weight divisions.
Yes.
Pacquiao did the same.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal fighter.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a
Insane
shit Chavez.
fighter. Yeah.
These are all guys that gathered a lot of people. But who changed the game? Who
In
changed
what?
the perspective in the way people? Everybody fights like Mayweather now. Everybody tries.
No, did you just watch Canelo and Triple G fight? I think anybody would rather watch that than any Mayweather fight.
Even Canelo imitates a lot of the Mayweather fighting.
No, he was going straight forward.
Yeah, he surprised me this time. How did you see that fight? By
He
the way,
won.
You think he won?
Yeah,
that
because
fight?
if they
Me too?
gave it,
Oh, you did say that,
I
no?
told you, no, I fucking told you I thought it was a fucking draw.
Okay.
I told you that
Okay,
Triple
time
G
out.
looked bad. Hold on, let me finish, please. I told you
No,
Triple G
I'll tell
looked
you why.
bad, and Canelo had more power punches, but fucking Triple G like outpunched that dude. He outpunched the Red Rooster. You talking
okay,
about as far as the
okay.
jab wise?
So the first one was a draw,
yes,
right?
Okay. No, it was a
Triple
draw,
G.
but Triple G should have won that fight though.
Okay, and Canelo was going back 75% of that fight. Canelo was going forward 100% of this fight. So how did he lose?
And taking that jab.
The man's face was like a
Yes,
pumpkin
but that
at the
doesn't
end
make
of
it
the fight.
his face looked like that.
What is that? What?
Dude, they compared the power punches to the goddamn jabs.
Exactly.
Triple G out
He just
jabbed
told
him,
you.
but Canelo had more power punches.
Duh.
I know what I'm saying though. Nah, I didn't.
Duh. Man, you know what? Hey, whoever's watching, if somebody works for Lens Crafters or Costco,
me
the
some
glasses department, hook this man up, please.
That part.
Send me a DM. We'll get him some glasses. He needs them bad.
What do you
And
think?
if there's
Triple
a
G
heart
win that
doctor out there, we need to check it too.
Who won that fight? Triple G or Canelo?
I saw Canelo win that fight.
Yeah, it was
you know?
clear.
But maybe it was also like that he demonstrated pressure that he didn't do in the first
And he
fight.
was a little guy.
So that shift was like a big shock to everybody's, psychic, that it made him look bigger and stronger and more willing to win the fight. At the end of the day, he looked like he wanted to win.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It could have been points, it could have been like this and that, but when we sum it down, it looked like Canelo wanted to win more than Triple G.
Right.
You would have been
Triple G-
satisfied with a draw? Or you think Canelo won outright?
I think
I
Canelo
think
won
it was
out.
all right. I mean, I would have been satisfied with that draw, but at the end of the day, no business. And business is not going to have a draw and then a draw.
Yeah, because it's pointless.
Then it becomes pointless, the rest of them. Now they're going to have a third one. It makes sense.
Would Canelo fight him, knowing that I already beat you once, twice? Like, why would I fight you?
Dude, they're going to fight
big
money.
Big
This is a
money?
business. This is a business, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was thinking that.
Ask me, like, if you ask me who is out there that can generate as much money for Canelo as much as a rematch with Triple G?
Nobody.
I
know. Yeah, hell yeah, somebody out there.
Oh.
That dude, wasn't it Earl
Spence? He's too big,
He's a big threat.
He's not a big name
threat.
yet.
He's not a big name yet in order to generate as much.
It's kind of like Mikey Garcia. Like he's dope. He's a good fighter, but the name is still underdeveloped, right? He could be like the next big thing, but it's something that's missing. What is it? What do you think it is? Promotion? What do you think it's missing there?
I don't know. It's a combination. Maybe his personality just doesn't translate.
He don't talk too much
charisma.
Yeah.
I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard had it. I mean, there's a lot of fighters that just have that naturally.
Super nice, bro.
Yeah, he's a nice fighter. He fights very well. But if it does not translate on camera for people, you draw people. There's something about you, like Chavez. Like there's certain people that have it.
Yeah,
the it factor.
Yeah.
You could be the best fighter in the world. You could be undefeated, but you don't have it. You don't have it. I mean, shit.
But look, dude, Pacquiao never talked bad. The dude was so nice and humble. But the dude was a scrapper, bro. A savage.
Yeah.
Just like octopus hands.
But you figure, too, he had the whole Philippines following him. So that's like
he had Mexicans liking him, too.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, though,
Right?
You're following,
boxing, man. I love boxing, man. I watch all the fights, bro. I watch all the fights. So what's next? You just gonna focus on your family, your boxing?
Yeah, just focus on my family, the business that I'm running online.
Yeah,
and that's it.
So a digital class.
Waiting for the future to take over, you know. But
that's
the wave is gonna start. It's like surfing, you know. When the waves, the people that are smart, life is about waves. You know, you've seen it with the Uber, and you've seen it with suddenly cars, all that shit. You've seen it time and time again. It's waves of things that are happening. When the wave is big enough, everybody wants to get on that shit, but it's much harder. You gotta be a sick surfer to get to the top, right? But when it's barely starting, you don't need much. You got a bigger chance. So that's where I'm going, basically. The online world is what's happening. Amazon, online courses, subscription, memberships, all that stuff. And
what does a membership cost right now?
That's where it's gonna go to. You know, that was saying we're building into that.
Okay.
You know, but everything is a step process. Number one is realizing that is a reality of the world. Because I see a lot of people complain like, oh, back in my day, nos sentábamos en la mesa a platicar, no con celulares.
Yeah.
And those people, they don't first of all, they don't accept, you know, that means they're not going to accept ideas that might get them further ahead in life.
Yeah.
Because they're always holding on to the past.
Yeah.
Que en mi tiempo, we used to like all that shit.
Yeah, damn stupid.
You know, if you're like, for example, if you're a business that has restaurants and you realize that people are into that, why don't you put charging dogs in all your fucking tables? I bet you have more people in your shit.
Restaurants like
that's what I'm saying. They're evolved because those restaurants are thinking of what's happening. They're not complaining about the past. They're looking at what's happening and finding solutions for the future.
You're supposed to be here eating.
Yeah, supposed
Put your phone down.
Solutions for the future. So that's my mentality now. Like look at to see what's in the future. Me as a retired fighter, knowing what's happening, knowing that I have a skill that a lot of fighters in the whole world want, they need, knowing that I have the capabilities of expressing my ideas in a good way. I think that I just gotta work at it, and then everything should fall into.
No comeback in the future.
So what? A couple months? You think you have it up and running?
Is there a comeback?
No, it's still going. It's a growing process.
Yeah.
You can't say that it's gonna happen in a few months because
you can.
It already started. You know, gathering people, responding to their emails, being engaging with them, creating a different aspect of yourself as an influencer.
Yeah. How come you don't try to be a commentator or something? You're very well spoken. You know what I mean? You're very well spoken. You got the charisma. I told him that, and he told me you're crazy. And I'm like, because who were you fighting? Remember you were fighting somebody? You remember that talk?
I remember you told me, because not only you, a lot of people tell me about it. You know,
I'm like,
well, that is an idea. You know, that is an idea out there. But there's nothing better than being yourself
You are.
Yeah,
And you got
being
the
yourself
knowledge.
now. Yeah, I
have the
think you're
knowledge.
good at it.
Definitely.
Oh, that's how he blew up. He's well liked. People
Yeah.
liked this person, and then he had the hands to back it up.
Bricks will
obviously.
manage you like
You know what I mean?
30% for
Definitely.
30%.
And definitely be the best.
Man, you gotta start at 70 so you can come back.
Being the best dad I can be for my kids,
Awesome.
you know. And
Nothing better than that.
speaking of that, I gotta get him back home.
Yeah. So listen,
If you're watching me, Dulce,
Yeah. it's all good.
get
He's in
him
a
right
good
now.
place.
Damn it.
He's in a good place. We're wrapping out, having a
Appreciate you
good
letting me
time.
show up.
Yeah, thanks for coming. You know,
Thank you, Tito, for inviting me. Thank you so much
man,
for this
thank you.
moment.
Thank
And
you.
if-
It's really nice to see people like doing something, you know,
Yeah.
showing
Come out,
people.
man. Come
Yeah,
hang
definitely.
out. Come hang out anytime.
I'll
We
come
do this
hang
every
out.
Sunday.
Definitely.
There's a bunch of treats if you've seen that.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got
Yeah, y'all
everything.
got
Apples,
everything.
Bud Light, Coors Light, a big yellow gallon of gin. I don't know what that is. But he's got it all. Hand sanitizer after you shake his hands, after he scratches his nuts. You know, it's all good. But listen, follow him, El Gomez H3 on Instagram. Follow his boxing codex.
Yes.
Reach out to him. Say what up if you want. If you're interested in joining his digital boxing network, his platform he's got going, do it now before it gets out of control, and it ain't gonna be him answering you. It's gonna be me. So do it now. Thanks again for coming out, and congratulations
Thank you,
on
pricks.
everything.
Oh, your pricks.
And much success on everything, and keep being a good dad and all that. I love seeing those
Thank you,
videos.
Primo. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Got it.
And we're out of here. P4L.
Bricks for life.
I got a ghetto blaster that I got in 1988. I have it plugged into the wall next to the board I used to skate. Some jeans I got, I wear them tight. My t-shirts always have a stain. I'm always looking for a buzz. I got an addict in my brain. I think I put myself in debt. $200 that I drank. I'll punch that guy right in the head. Cause he was mouthing off, I think. I called in sick today to work. Cause I just didn't wanna go. I drank till 4 a.m. last night and woke up naked on the floor. We got some issues in our life. Some things that we cannot get straight. We are not afraid of death. They think we're a mental case. We got issues in our life. You can't seem to get it straight. We think you're afraid of death. We think you're a mental case. I got a Cadillac I drive. Hot pink 1964. Has no radio inside, but it's got speakers on the door. Went and got a goodie bag from the old man right off the block.